Right, well, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, season 2 trailer releases. This is the San Diego Comic-Con trailer. And yes, I mean it's been disliked into oblivion. The actors have been absolutely trash talking viewers again, as you'd expect. I will say this, right? I will say this: the trailer is much better than the first. Like, it looks better than the first one. It's not going to be, but it does look better than season 1, right? Like, it looks significantly better than season 1. It's not that they've listened; they haven't listened. We know that because of some of the rhetoric that the actors have been saying. But it is funny. So let's take a look, right? So scroll all the way down. It's it's been viewed 11.6 million times, the trailer. 71,000 likes and basically 140,000 dislikes. So just, yeah, you're not doing very well. They're not doing very well. Interestingly, though, season 1 trailer, 12 million views, 87,000 likes, 474,000 dislikes. I wonder what the difference is. Is it because people... I think this is apathy. This is apathy setting in. Even people... It happened with Halo 2, right? Like,
Right,
Halo
yeah.
season 1 came out.
Yeah.
People were like, "Yeah, this is absolute garbage. I'm gonna send my vitriol your way," and they watched it and they hated on it, and then this and now season 2 came out and basically no one watched it at all, not even to hate watch it, and then it gets cancelled. I think this is the same for this, isn't it? Really, it's got to be. Anyone thoughts?
I think it's not just apathy. I think it's the fact that, we no longer see the satisfaction of seeing the negatives, right? You don't see the thumb down numbers unless you have one of those little add-on-y things put on your browser.
I don't think we did with season 1 either.
I'm just saying is people fell out of the habit, and now,
Right.
when if you compare the number of views to the number of likes, that tells you equally as much. Right? This is just how terrible this is because nobody's doing anything. And if you read the comments, they're just like the last time. Oh, I like the part where they do blah, 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 and just kind of roast it, right? Or bring something from another, franchise into the conversation. And it's a way to, keep the comments from being deleted because,
I do like them. They're funny, yeah.
Yeah, they're always
my favorite part of the trailer was blah blah blah.
Yeah, and it's well done. It's just, and that's one of the very few things that are well done. It's the comments in the chat, not anything else. And whether or not this looks good or not, it still has 143,000 people saying "suck it" as of the when I actually did the stinger, and it'll be at 145,000 by the time we finish this show, maybe by the end of the day.
True.
So it's like, okay, if you add another million in there, people who didn't know that this was up there, we have an audience out there that didn't know. We could add a few hundred to that total right now. So
I will say, so a lot of the rhetoric from the actors, Morfydd Clark, who plays Galadriel, she came out in her San Diego Comic-Con interviews and was like, powerful women, they make people cross, and I feel blessed to play her and to make Sauron cross. It's like, shut up, woman. You sound like a fool, a total fool. But it gets worse. So here's Ishmael Cruz Cordova, the Black Elf. And he says, quote, "My character is not in the lore of the Lord of the Rings, and that was an issue for some people." Yes, fans of Lord of the Rings. "A big controversy of me being the first elf that wasn't white. I loved the nerve that I pinched. I really do. I was so excited to create something new. A lot of people speaking on behalf of Tolkien, and I don't know if they understand the spirit of Tolkien. His work speaks of the times." No, it doesn't. It was quite literally made to be a myth for Europeans. That's what it was supposed to be. Idiot. He continues spouting.
I was just told that you're right wing if you read Tolkien now.
True. Oh yeah. Well, we're all right wing here, I guess. So the drivel continues. Says, We work with these deep existential questions, and those questions change with the times. We can't retell something like Lord of the Rings today without introducing different existential questions, and that comes in the form of the character. It's not true. We'd never really seen an elf that was the people's elf. We'd always seen elves that were royal and regal, but we hadn't seen one that was a frontline soldier, a guy that got on assignment kind of thing. It was pretty cool to represent that and have a voice within elvenness. I think a lot of people identify with this elf and his plight. And then he said, basically, fans don't understand the spirit of Tolkien. It's necessary to revise things and represent and exist. I think a lot of people look at us to affirm their own existence because they're sad and pathetic. So I'm happy people can look at that and look at any of us and see themselves in this beautiful world we all should belong in. Fantasy. It's just absolute drivel and nonsense. And then apparently Galadriel and Sauron are going to be romantically involved. So that's what is going on here? Galadriel had a husband. What is going on? That's quite literally a thing that they admit in this at Comic-Con. And then last but not least, we're going to have some gay characters as well. An LGBT character. So I'm going to go to Nick. You can give your opinion on all this stuff first, I reckon, bud.
You just want my thoughts on this article or the trailer itself?
Just all of it.
So the trailer, you know, at the very beginning, you see like the rings falling down the stairs. You know, then she picks it up, puts it on, and you see a bunch of the other rings. They look like all the rings look like those cheap ass rings that you get at a souvenir shop when you're on vacation, you know, and they got all the little trinkets.
Like candy ring.
Yeah.
Candy ring that you eat.
Yeah. They look stupid. And then the gold leaf, like the one elf's wearing, like he's Caesar from Roman Empire days or something, I thought was stupid. This whole show was dumb. But I will say this: the Belrog part with the dwarves and how that all comes about. I'm actually interested in that part of the story, but I'm sure they'll completely mess all that up. I think the show's going to be terrible. But when I saw that, I was like, that's an interesting part of the story I'd like to see, but I just have no faith in them telling it.
Agreed. Completely.
And then all this other crap that they're doing, it's just more the virtue signaling, check boxing nonsense. You know, a company there's a few companies out there that have been doing this time and time again, and are now starting to move away from it because they realize it's bad for business. I don't know when Amazon's going to realize that this is bad for business, or any of these other dumb companies, but I guess time will tell. And then their viewership numbers are also going to prove, you know, and they're under contract to do, what was it, 5 seasons?
Yeah.
God, what a nightmare. They're either going to have to drastically change after this season, and if they just double down on it, I mean, just Amazon, I guess, prepared just to lose a bunch of money.
This whole show lied to us. It's tricky, Percy. It's not here. Yeah. You keep your stinking fake ring.
Oh dear, oh dear. Any other thoughts, guys, on all of this stuff?
I'm dreading watching this show.
Ismael Cruz Cordova doesn't look like a pleasant person in that image.
No. No, he looks like someone that will get you done for like.
He will absolutely scratch your eyes out.
Yeah. Wow.
Anything else? Any of the comments? Galadriel getting it on with Sauron, all that kind of nonsense, that drivel.
I can't imagine that being anywhere in Tolkien's mind.
No. You know, and one thing in this article that they're talking about, we never got to see like the frontline elves. You know, they're all like, you know, royal. You know, they all look like royalty. that's how the whole species was. Like in the two towers. You know, when the elves show up to help Aragorn and all them. You know, those are all frontline guys.
Yeah.
You know, and they look like
We can't.
royalty. I mean, that's just the way the elf societies always has been, as far as I understood it to be. It's not like you had these guys that were, you know, in the trenches, all grizzled, and you know, that was an aspect of the race of men. You know, that you would see that, and even dwarves.
But everyone's equal, right? This is the WEF,
Yeah.
the WEF controlled rings. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Klaus Schwab is Sauron. Oh, Gollum, more like a little fucking urchin. Yeah, this is all bloody absolute garbage and nonsense. So yeah, trash, absolute trash. Move on from that.